Better.
That's terrible.
Yeah. But you know, they have me every year. When I get the flu shot, it make me sick. I be miserable for can't raise my arm up. I'm afraid not to get it because at my age, you know, you never know.
Right. And you said it gave you chills and what else? I'm glad you're doing better.
Yeah, me too.
So,
how are you doing?
I'm okay. Do you get the shot from the same person every time?
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten it at like a Walgreens or anything?
Well, no, I get it from CVS or the doctor's office.
Okay.
I got it from CVS because the doctor's office, they just give you regular flu shots. At CVS, they give you senior citizen flu shots. And they are better than the regular flu shot.
Okay.
So, anyway.
I'm sorry you endured that.
Oh, it's all right.
That's actually a long time to...
It is a long time because I be miserable.
Yeah.
I didn't get no rest.
Yeah.
I put double quilts and blankets on the bed and I was still having chills. So,
Yeah.
thank God I'm feeling better.
Y'all getting rain?
Not yet. We're supposed to get some this evening and a lot of people been flooded, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've been very blessed.
People better... Well, you know my mind be all over the place, so I'm just like, people better watch out because they're going to take all that drowned cattle and stuff, and they're going to try to hurry up and resell it and put it in the grocery store.
You know they are. I hadn't heard about cattle drowning.
Yeah, they said like 3,000 chickens drowned or something, so...
yeah, we're going to be, Lord have mercy. We might be getting some contaminated meat.
That's right. That's right. And especially with the president, he don't require no kind of regulations as long as people can make as much money, more money.
Yeah,
I mean,
he don't care.
yeah. So I'm just saying I'm concerned about everything. There's everything to be concerned about. So, all right, whatever. You know, you can't control. You can't get too hyped about because that's stress. It'll take a physical toll.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting on them to serve up some contaminated food to the people. Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna get it. And it could be like a third eye blind situation. Some of the grocery stores and restaurants, they won't even know. They gonna suddenly get a deal on it and be like, oh, that's a good deal. And buy up all the stuff and, you know, sell it to us who have no idea at regular price.
Yep. And we gonna pay more for vegetables too.
Yeah. Well, they've been doing that, you know. It's because I feel like, you know, a lot of people, but I don't ever say nothing because at the end of the day, I do encourage people to eat healthier. But, you know, just like everybody get too extreme with everything. You know, somebody become a vegetarian or a vegan, they'd be like, oh, you meat eaters, you're killing the animals or whatever. Or they're putting poisons in the animals or whatever. But they putting poison in the vegetables. And the stuff they claim is organic, y'all really believe that's organic? The only way that anybody can believe is if you know the person that grew it or you grew it yourself. You can't guarantee none of that stuff. These are stores. Their dollar is their bottom line because that's what this country is.
Yeah.
So, but I don't say anything because at the end of all that hooping and hollering that I'm gonna do, that conspiracy theory and that I'm gonna do, people can only do what's in their control. So yeah. I just tell people do the best they can.
Yeah.
You know, try to use my knowledge to make the best choices I possibly can as well, because nobody knows. You know, it's all out there in the wind. He done took us back so many years, and four Obamas back in the presidency ain't gonna be able to tackle all the stuff he done did under the table that we don't even know about.
Yeah, he done just about destroyed everything Obama did, accomplished.
Oh, he done destroyed more than that. It's just stuff that we'll never even know about. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If we got four Obamas back in the presidency next year, tomorrow, they ain't gonna be able to undo all the stuff he done messed up.
Nope.
So, but I'm just appreciating whatever we have left, you know. But you know, even Africa is sick of it. Africa taking their land back from white people. They're like, no more of this, you know, no more colonization. So they're like, no. Like I said, as long as you're just one human, all you can do is all you can do, you know. I kind of boycott the stuff that I don't spend my money where I don't need to spend it. If I can avoid, you know, if I can just support us. But I still ain't gonna, you know, in the name of supporting blackness, I ain't gonna let black companies screw me over either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like I said, you just gotta find balance. Everybody need to quit being so extreme. Find balance and do the best you can do. That's it.
So. Yep. Yeah, cause you know that really
Right.
He had 6 teeth pulled, so his gums are not well, so he
Right.
can't eat anything real hard. So I'm running out of things to fix. So
Right.
that helps out quite a bit.
Right.
So. Other
Yeah.
than that, we doing good.
Yeah. You been able to get to church?
Yeah.
Good. Good.
I'm still doing that.
That's important.
That's about all I do.
It's important.
Yes, it is for me.
Yeah.
I need that,
Yes, indeed.
and I look forward to it too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm glad.
But you have to forgive and pass on, and we all make mistakes when we young. I mean, you ain't nobody know but you, but we ain't all done right at one time or another.
Yeah.
You have to get past that.
Yeah, I know that. And then on top of that, she got a lot of trauma in her, on her. But like you said, you have to get past that and grow up, because the world is not you got two sides, and both of them made in your favor. The world is not as compassionate as it acts like it is. And so they're going to just see you as a person. And on the other hand, everybody else in the world has their own traumas that they're dealing with too. Like even the girls that's using her. They, whatever in their life happened to make them start using people. That's their trauma.
Yeah.
So you just,
It's gonna take a while, but she gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank you for that too.
For what?
Reaching out, helping out.
Well, it's just something when I do something, I don't do it for thanks, and I just do it, and I do it, and I do it when I can. So I can't always do it. Just because I don't complain about it, don't mean I'm not, really financially struggling.
I know that we all are.
Yeah. So, but sometimes when I sound like I'm being hard on somebody, I guess that's also, I guess in a way that's me expressing my own traumas, because I'm like, nobody's, I don't have nobody there to, pick up the pieces when my financial, struggles kick in. And you were there for me, but I'm grown, and I can't be. Number two, you can't be calling on your mama and daddy every time. And number one, your mama and daddy, they have their own struggles. Just like if somebody asking me to do something I can't do, I have my own struggles. I'm asking if I'm asking people that I love to do something for me, they have their own struggles. I need to consider and respect that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what kind of sacrifices you made to send me that money, Yeah, I try to be respectful of other people, but in the process, when I'm helping someone else, it gives me a rough surface. Helping someone that don't seem to be helping themselves.
Yeah.
One of the things I told her before she left, I was telling her a story about a guy that said he was pulled over on the side of the road, and nobody would pull over and help him in the rain, storm and rain. And so he just got fed up and got out and started pushing his own car. When he started pushing his own car, people started pulling over in the rain and helping him. So the moral of the story, you show people that you really putting forth the effort,
They'll reach out.
they'll be eager to reach out, She makes me think about young people who act like everybody's against them and nobody's there to help them, who can, but maybe it's not that. Maybe it's they don't see you genuinely trying to help yourself. Might could help her out, but if see her doing stuff like quitting her job that she got, after just a couple of weeks, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying somebody like might have the money to help her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she's still mad about that, so.
But I'm not even talking about that specific instance. I'm just saying people who want to help you, if they don't see you helping yourself, they'll feel like that investment is, a wash.
Yeah.
Like when I found out she needed salads and didn't know till 2 days before you're supposed to be there, I can't come up with that kind of money in 2 days. Number one, if everybody you love came together and was able to come up with the money, what are you gonna do the next month?
Mm-hmm.
You like you told her she had to buckle down and get a job. She hasn't already. It seemed like when she was struggling to get that first dollar, she would have started looking for work so that the second month would be ready. Cause then them same people that did a lot of unable things that they couldn't do. They might have did a 24-hour shift to be able to help you do that. They can't do it every month.
That's right.
And you still didn't get a job? Like no kind of job? Sweeping a floor? Because you don't know that I swept the floor to be able to help you with that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because what if they swept the floor? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What if you took some of Daddy's medication money to help? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if it seems to people, not that she just being malicious, but if it looks to people like that's what she's doing and she's not you know, she just waiting for everybody else to break their backs for it. It just makes people not eager to.
I understand.
I know you do. I guess I'm just expressing it because I love her and I'm really concerned about her. You know, I want her to do well. I'm in her corner. I celebrate her, but I know that she probably, as a young person, she probably feels like ain't nobody, you know, there to help her.
Yeah.
But that's not the case, and it makes me wonder about a lot of young people that feel that way. I'm sure I felt like that way at some point when I was young, but a lot of young people feeling like I ain't got nobody. That's not true. It's just people are hesitant because they don't see you making the strides. Yeah, I believe in her and I have faith in her and I want to help her as much as I can.
Yeah.
I'm just glad, you know, I didn't have children because I couldn't afford them. You know what I mean? So I can't afford somebody else's.
That's right.
You know, I made a conscious decision, but you know, but I want to do the best I can as her aunt to help her whenever I can.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to take away from me helping my mother. You know. And what you do with the money, if you use it to help her out, that's one thing. I mean, I trust your decision, but you know, I'm not going to stop helping you in order to help her. Is what I'm saying, I guess.
I got you.
Do you know what she majoring in?
No. She said one time she wanted to be an engineer.
And she said,
start off with one thing, they wind up doing something else. So.
Do you have access? Do you have access to see her grades when she get them back?
No. I just have to take her word for it. But we'll know soon enough.
Because I'm telling you, anything could be, you know. And that's the other thing. It makes people have questions about, you know, what's going on. You know what I mean?
But I do know her grant went through.
Okay.
Both of them got in trouble together.
They got in trouble together. How they get in trouble together? How long ago was that?
The last weekend I was freshman orientation week.
What? Well, how they get in trouble? Like, what did they have to? How do you get suspended that early?
Bad timing.
I mean, how do you? Oh, you can't talk about it now.
Right.
Okay, cool. Wow. See, that's what I'm saying. People. I mean, I know kids make mistakes. Again, let me go ahead and acknowledge that. But that's what makes people that might be able to help hesitant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, turn away from you.
Because how do you do that before you even get out of orientation?
Right.
Who even goes to a party before school even starts good?
On campus.
Yeah. And that's the kind of thing that makes adults really, you know, that might be able to help really, you know. So, again, I know kids make mistakes. But some mistakes make a person that got common sense think, you know what? You must don't want it like you're claiming. But I know she does. Because she got to. Because what else she going to do in this world? She got to want to survive. Independently. I pray for her still and help when I can. I don't have no ill feelings about it. I just tough love. I don't really candy coat stuff and that's hard for even grown people to take a lot of times. Because a lot of times, even now in my life, when I say certain things, I know people get offended or they take to heart. But I do what other people don't do. Because they just support, and coddle and enable. And that's the same thing. Then the same thing going to happen. Because it didn't pay no consequences. But, you know, for tough love is real love, too. Sometimes more so. Because sometimes a person need to be hit with that confrontation and be like, you know, Heifer, if this is going to keep, this is how it's going to end up. And I'm not gonna say I told you so, but you're gonna feel it, cause it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like it's common sense. But yeah, I'm a tough love person. I guess that's why I pretty much only attract strong people in my life. But you can't. Everybody in the world ain't strong, so you can't just go around like that without people just thinking you antagonistic all the time.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why I'm an introvert, though. Just huddle in my corner and make it. But I can take the truth just like I dish it, you know. If it's something I need to just, you know, quit being a baby about, I can take it. If somebody love me telling me, you know, to man up, I can take it. I can be like, you know, they right. Just like that old silly lady at that radio station. Do you hear about the Cat Williams interview?
No.
Oh, man, let me tell you.
Who is Cat Williams?
Oh, then never mind. He's a comedian. Never mind.
Well, you tell me about it if I might see him one day and I know who it is.
So,
did they lock him up?
No, because Cat's not pressing charges. And I kind of think he should, but at the same time, he don't have to because she just destroyed her own career with that move. And so I was looking today, and I just saw something, and so she was talking to her other co-host, the other guy on the radio, because he was laughing so hard too, because it was funny. And so she said, "Do you feel like you should have stopped the interview at that point or whatever?" And he was like, "First of all," he said, I don't think that people should blame you for not stopping it." He was like, "But I don't think they should blame me either." He was like, because he's like, it was just two comedians going at it. He's like, and it was funny. So I don't see why I should have. And I was glad he kept it real, because I was like, I bet you she got friends. She pick her friends like she pick a man. And I bet you they patting her on the shoulder and making her think like it ain't her fault. She brought all of this on. Every bit of it. Who does that? Who does that? Who has a husband show up with a gun because a comedian out-joked you, pretty much? I'm like, that's the weakest stuff I ever saw, but that's how people are being raised in this day and age. They can't take nothing. They can't deal with nothing. And even the stuff, especially the stuff that they bring on themselves, that they started to. She was the one that kept doing that. You know what I mean? So as a professional comedian, he was on his toes. He was ready for everything she threw at him, and she kept trying it. And then she gonna blame her co-host for not ending the interview? Half of you did that, and you kept pushing it. And now you're gonna jeopardize your weak husband's freedom behind it. So anyway, she just so dumb now, and I can't even see. I was like, I didn't even know she was a comedian, but she sure ain't one now, because I bet you don't nobody buy no tickets to her show. Not only that, I'm as quiet as it's kept. I'm always thinking about the children. That's why I be telling people, parent your doggone kids. Procreators, I always say parents are greater than procreators, because y'all laying down having kids and not being a parent to these kids. So now, if you ask me, when her sons go to school, everybody gonna be side-eyeing them. So now you done brought all that onto your kids, and you gonna blame that on other people too. Oh, it's their fault. Oh, cause kids are mean. No, if I was I fight for the underdog. But if I went to school with your sons, I would be side-eyeing. I would be looking at them funny too, like your parents are weak ass, right? Both of them. Both of them. I wouldn't say nothing, because next thing you know, your weak-ass daddy gonna come to school with a gun on us. Like, oh, it was horrible. So, yeah, Cat Williams, he didn't say, when people try to interview him after, he didn't say much. He was like, what gun? Because he don't like to play games with the media. He know they like to twist stuff. So, he don't really participate when they try to interview him. He just be talking crazy. So, they went to interview him after the Emmys. He went to the Emmys and won a little award. And he was like, at first he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then when they kept pushing, he finally said, he was like, when they asked him if he's scared easy, he said, yes. He's like, you wouldn't be scared if somebody had a gun? So I was like, people don't have common sense anymore. They don't have common sense. They can't take constructive criticism because they think that's hating. You know what I mean? If somebody love you, people always say, if somebody love you, they'll tell you the truth. But people, that movie for that De Niro was in, he said, you can't handle the truth. People really can't handle the truth. Never could, really. They never could, really. And that's why it's always been so easy really, when you look at it, it's been easy for the government to control everybody, because nobody really can deal with the truth of what's really going on. That's too much to deal with. We've been trained and conditioned to believe a certain thing, and come to find out that they didn't really have our best interest in heart all this time. That's a lot to deal with. So sometimes when I'm talking my mess, I back down. I understand that's hard for people to absorb. It's hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard. But just to be sitting in the corner and aware of those things and watching everybody else just fall into the trap of ignorance that we've been conditioned to, it's real sad. But once you get through being sad, you just got to find the comedy in it and laugh about it, because what else you gonna do? So I just find the comedy in it and laugh. I laugh at everybody and everything whenever I can, whenever I get through crying for the kids. Because the kids are the ones who suffer. And I can only cry for them so long, because in a minute they going to be grown and they're going to be that same fool that their procreators were. I don't use the word parents a lot no more. Because, people...
That's a good word.
Yeah, people ain't parenting no more. They procreating and passing the torch of ignorance. Nobody's breaking the cycles. You know what I mean? And I always commend you for that, because you broke a cycle. And that takes a man or woman to stand up and do that. Because a person has their own traumas from enduring certain things, Everyone does. Everyone does. And that's why sometimes I look at people when, talking about their mental health issues, but there's really nobody who doesn't have a mental health issue. Everybody. Everybody's saying, oh, I'm plagued with depression. People just don't understand depression. People act like they don't understand depression. The people that act like they don't understand depression, they understand it because they got depression too. That's what kind of world this is. Everybody got some kind of PTSD. just like the military people got, except for not on that level. There's a different level, but everybody got their version of PTSD. It doesn't make it one less important than the other. They're all, because each case is important to each of us. But you know, I can't expect people to tiptoe over theirs to take care of mine. And fortunately, mine is not on the level that a lot of people's are, because I had great parents. Great parenting. I still have great parents. But I had great parenting, you know? I be trying not to preach. But I can't help it.